known a couple. Maybe they got married a little too early, right out of college. And you kind of knew when they were together, like, I'm not sure how long this is going to last. And you start finding out, hearing whispers, right, that they're on the verge of divorce. And maybe even one of them moved out. You're like, oh, yeah, Cheryl's living with her sister right now. Oh, yeah? What's John doing? I think eating a lot of potato chips. Just kind of hanging out. Building his fantasy team. Just on the waiver wire. He seems okay, but he doesn't look okay. And then, so it's like done, right? You're just like done. And then for some reason, some unforeseen circumstance, they get back together. And they declare on social media, everything's fine. They're holding hands, they're making posts, they're kissy-kissy. But when you look and you zoom in, because I'm a zoom-in girl. Like, you take the photo, you screen cap it. This is what you do. Screen cap it, and then you zoom right in. Zoom into their eyes. See what's going on back there. The eyes are the windows to the soul. And you look and you're like, Cheryl's still hurting. She's not happy. John looks like he's ready to cry. This is bad. He's gray. He's gained 10 pounds. This is not going to work out. That's KD and Nash right now. That's who that is. Here's what Nash said when literally everyone was like, hey, how are you dealing with the aftermath of a star player, the one that considered you his Yoda, not only asking out to not be with you anymore, but the only way that he would stay is if you were fired. Like, actually fired. You had to go in order for him to be happy. He said, we're good. Yeah. Nothing's changed. Yeah. I have a long history with Kevin. I love the guy. Families have issues. We had a moment, and it's behind us. That's what happens. It's a common situation in the league. Pause. Is it? Is that a common situation in the league? I don't recall many instances of this occurring in this manner. I can't remember another player saying he would only stay the duration of his brand new contract if his head coach was fired. Not only his head coach was fired, but his GM was fired. Which, do not make any mistake about it, is what Kevin Durant said to Joe Tsai when they had a meeting in Paris or London or wherever that meeting occurred. Nash must go. Sean Marks must go. These dudes are chaos, and I'm not trying to have all that. Of course, though, the unforeseen circumstances take place. Trader Danny does Trader Danny things. He, quote-unquote, fleeces the Minnesota Timberwolves in the deal for Rudy Gobert, making it impossible to get back anything reasonable. Because no team is going to give you what Rudy Gobert commanded, and that's for Kevin Durant. These are crazy prices. So if Rudy Gobert gets 5 first-round picks, what's Kevin get? 10? We're not giving you. We don't even think the CBA allows 10 first-round picks. So it blew up the trade market. And then it made KD impossible to trade. So they had to make the best things. So, like these divorces, it's always money. It's always money. So Cheryl and John, they reunite. And now we get to see their asses on Twitter and social media, trying to tell us and convince us that everything is fine. Durant said he wanted out because of, quote, uncertainty around last year's team. And all the drama surrounding Kyrie Irving and James Harden caused the situation where we were, quote, all hurt. What he didn't point out, though, much more important to me, is that the fact that Steve Nash played him, 45 to 48 minutes per game. Just draining his batteries to the brink, to the point where in Game 7 of the Milwaukee Bucks series, he chucked up an air ball in overtime. You ever seen that? Have you ever seen a wide open 3 air ball by Kevin Durant in a clutch moment? Not me. He was absolutely gassed. Or the fact that Steve Nash had trouble figuring out what his lineups really were. Who was on this roster? basically getting outcoached multiple times in his very short career. He's basically, let's be honest, he's a Stepford coach. He says, oh, a little Teddy Ruxpin doll. You just pull the string and all the right little things come out of it. I'm okay. I love Kevin. It's like, no. Are you a human being? Because there's no chance that a real human being would feel like everything's fine. He's just programmed. He's just programmed with like little sound bites. We're not trading James Harden. We're committed to James. It's like, dude, you're a liar. You're lying to everyone. You're really good at it. Of course he's going to say everything's all right. Moving forward, Ben Simmons, Steve Nash very high on him as well. He's coming into the camp in the best shape of his career, proclaiming he is happy to play the what? The center position. Yeah, Ben Simmons is going to play center for the Brooklyn Nets. One, I told the world he wasn't a point guard. He's so far from a point guard, he's actually a center, folks. Like, that's how much of a point guard he's not. Like, you don't just go ahead and play center or point guard. That's not where we're at, and even in positionless basketball, that's not where we're at right now. And, of course, right now, Ben Simmons is being told by Teddy Ruxpin, a.k.a. Steve Nash, hey, you don't have to shoot at all. You don't have to shoot. Not only do you not have to shoot any threes, you don't have to shoot any jump shots at all. Not one. Just be you. Just lean in to the things you do well. We're fine. And you know who else said that? Brett Brown said that right before he was fired. Brett Brown said that for the Philadelphia 76ers, and those chickens came home to roost. Nash said on media day, he does not give a flying fuck if Ben Simmons ever shoots a jumper. Because why? Ben Simmons' versatility is so unique. That's what makes Ben great. I don't care if he ever shoots a jump shot. He's welcome to, but that's not what makes him special. And that's not what we need. He's a great compliment to our team. Are you serious, Steve Nash? He's got to shoot jump shots. We've got fives like Brook Lopez out here shooting threes. Giannis shoots threes. You're telling me he's not going to shoot one jump shot? If he's playing the 4 or the 5, okay, you can get away with not shooting many jumpers, I guess. But Nash says he could still also play the point guard position. Also, Kyrie quickly said he willingly gave up over $100 million to not be vaccinated. So congratulations to him for whatever that means in terms of whatever ethos that he's living by. I'm happy for Kyrie that he stood by his guns. Also, TJ Warren will not be back until at least November. I don't know which franchise is the most dysfunctional. I can't tell it. Is it Phoenix? Is it Boston? If you want to say Brooklyn's number one, wouldn't blame you. I mean, their former owner was a part of the fucking Kremlin. I don't know. I won't argue with anyone. Dealer's choice. Choose whoever you want. They all have their own little unique special wrinkles that make them some variation of completely dysfunctional.